Hi everyone, this is a short video just to go over the points that I really wanted to make in the session about approaching the planning for making your video. And please forgive me if I keep looking away from the camera because I'm attending to my notes. So your video is going to be produced in a group of 3 or 4. It's going to need to be 15 minutes or less. Hopefully it will be less because we know what people's attention spans are like, and the longer it is, the more difficult it is to edit. However, you might want to use the full 15 minutes to put forward an interesting argument, and that's totally fine. I will like that even more. You need to plan it together. It needs to be informed by written research, but also you will need to carry out a little bit of your own research as well in the form of interviews with others or observing others' behaviour. So you need to collaborate first of all on working out an approach to the question that you've been given. How will you deal with this? Will you tell a kind of story? What sort of points will you want to make? Now you can't do that really until you've done the reading, so you need to share the reading out, work out what kind of angle you're going to take, and then plan that together. You really need to make sure that you work out who is going to do what, when you're going to do the filming, how you're going to fit it all in. The schedule is going to be really important, and you need to think about all of the ethical angles. Think carefully about the kinds of questions that you can ask people without annoying them, and thinking about who in your group wants to be in the video, whether filmed in the video or voiceover in the video. So all those kinds of considerations. All of you could be in it, one of you could be in it, you know, it's up to you. You don't have to be in it. Watch the videos that you've been sent. You've been given links in Mole, and watch those videos and think about how an argument is put forward in those videos in a very short period of time. Think about the techniques that are being used. Think about how the multiple modes are being used in different ways to put across meaning, how voice is used at the same time as music, at the same time as images that we're looking at. All those things work in conjunction together to make meaning. So how are you going to be organising that? What kind of ethical considerations do you need to make, especially if you're going to involve people who are under the age of 18? That needs really careful thinking out about how to explain to them what the project is about, who will be watching the video and what that will mean. The video will be shown to the class, but also, obviously, if it's good, it will be shown to the class that follows in succeeding years. It might be that some people want to be involved in the research that you're carrying out, but they don't want to be in the video. That's absolutely fine, because you can represent their points of view either by summing those up and telling the camera, or it could be that you get someone else to role play those words. You could also do the thing that they quite often do on TV, which is to obscure somebody's face or film them from the back or whatever. You might find an interesting way of dealing with that. Make sure you explain to people why you're making the film and what it's all about, and make sure you don't make them look stupid. Be respectful. This isn't an expose. Value people's opinions, and make them feel good to be in the video. Each of you should have a role. I'm now moving on to talking about you working together, making sure that you've all got a role, that every aspect of the filming, the equipment hiring, the consent process, the information process, the editing, all of that, think about all of it, and about who's going to be doing what. To help you do that, I've put a document on Google Docs for you to fill out, and then you can download that and share that with me, as well as the rest of your group. So keep it on Google Docs, but share it with the group and with myself. You will later have a written report to write. in that, you will be able to sort of say how you might have preferred to have done the video if it had been you on your own, but also thinking about the process of making the film. Was it a useful one? Did you find it easy to put forward an argument? Is meaning making possible? Is it possible to make your meaning as clear through a video as you do in writing, or is it clearer? What are the differences? So an evaluation really of that whole process. And thinking about iTunes U. Do you want to be on iTunes U? That would be a really important thing for the group to discuss, because everybody would have to agree to it. And if you are going to put it on iTunes U, there's an extra level of consent that you would need to get from your participants, because they might not want to be filmed. They might actually love that idea of being on a video that anybody can see. If the film goes on iTunes U, the whole world can watch it. And so obviously that's a really important consideration for everybody. I think that's it.